So just a very quick update with the Alfa. Since swapping the battery, everything had been tickety-boo, all good, but now the check engine light is on and start stop unavailable, check engine light. I've checked the battery and the voltage is very low again, and the alternator is just not putting out any charge. I don't think there's anything wrong with the alternator. I think it is the way it's set up on the computer, something like that. So yeah, I'm back out with the Alfa Romeo again. It's been on charge all night and we've got 12.6, which is not enough. I don't know why it's not accepting a proper charge. Yeah, so after doing a little bit of testing, I think the NOCO charger just wasn't seeing enough voltage to enable it to kick in. I think that's possibly the problem. So it's not actually been doing anything all night. I've now swapped over to the C-Tech. It's AGM. The C-Tech is definitely doing something, definitely putting something in. So yeah, we'll come back to it a bit later. So now this battery was really low, and with the engine running and the multimeter across the cables, it's just hardly putting out any voltage. Normally on a car in this condition, you know, with a discharged battery, it would be putting out, I don't know, 13.8 volts or maybe higher. This is just not putting out voltage. I don't know what's going on. I believe this car has a kind of on-demand alternator, but it doesn't seem to be seeing the demand. I don't know if I could possibly, I'm assuming this is something to do with that. And do I disconnect that? There's also one on the neutral. Do I disconnect that? The C-Tech is now putting in 13.5. So we'll see how we go. But at the moment it's looking like, even after doing my battery upgrade, if you want to use your Alfa Romeo properly, you have to put it on trickle charge overnight quite often, which is not acceptable. So the thing that's most annoying about this is I can't change between the modes. So the blue line for normal is still there, it won't change. That's really annoying. The car has been on charge overnight again on the C-Tech. It's now giving me 12.65, which is acceptable, I suppose. I'd like to see a tiny bit more, but yeah, that's kind of acceptable. I was going to start it up and see what we got with it running. Now we have the car running and we're on 12.44 volts. I know the battery's charged, but I'm now going to increase the revs, see what happens now. Okay. I just thought I'd check the voltage on the SV. It's got 13.14. There's no way that Alfa should have the voltage it's got now. I've been on charge all night. I've been using the C-Tech on the Alfa Romeo for the last few days, so this hasn't even been on charge, and this depletes its battery, well, I would say fairly quickly, but yeah, still on 13.13. Just for a comparison, I thought I'd see what the voltage is on the SV with the engine running. Sounds good. Yeah, so at idle, 14.5. 1718. I've just taken the car out and I have full function again and the engine light is out. I'm just going to start it up and see what happens now. Okay, so no check engine lights. Do I have modes? I do. So green for eco, blue for normal, red for dynamic. So everything seems okay at the moment, but it's not really, not with 12.6 volts after having been on charge all night. I had thought that that battery upgrade was the answer and everything would be fixed, all the problems resolved, but it looks like it's not the case. So I don't know, back to the drawing board. I'll have to have a think on this and see what else I can come up with. That's the end for this one though. Now this I find interesting. So the car's idling. I've got 13.86 volts, which is really good. And the only thing that's different is disconnected that little black module from the neutral post. Yeah, so this guy from there, and I'm getting 13.86 volts. I do now have the stop start light on, stop start not working. At the moment everything else seems to be working. I can change between the driving modes. Everything else seems to be working. I'm going to drive around like that for a day or so. I will keep my multimeter in the boot and keep a really good eye on the voltage and see what happens with the battery and see if I lose any other functionality. But I don't use stop start anyway, I really don't like it, so that would be fine for me. I'm not suggesting anyone else does this. Let me see what happens and I will come back to you.